6 months ago, the guys at Bikes and Beards asked me to rebuild their Harley-Davidson 45 motor. When the motor got here, it turned out it was an ultra-rare factory racing engine. After I finished rebuilding it, I challenged Sean to a race. When they got the motor back, it seemed like the project disappeared. Until... Sean, what are you up to, man? You got that thing put back together? Bring it down here, let's get it running. So Sean and Craig are on their way down, and I've got a lift cleared off so we can get right to work on this Harley WLDR.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Wheels Through Time. We're here with Sean and Craig from Bikes and Beards. Right now is the first time that Sean and I are actually gonna see this vehicle. Craig and Tim have been hard at work putting it back together. We haven't even laid eyes on it. Is it behind me? It's behind me? Oh God, wow. Dude, it's killer.
I kept as many of the original parts as absolutely possible. The headlight, the speedometer is original. The key switch is not original. I had to put a different key switch on. These here were the forks that were bent a little bit. We got them straight. That's the original pipe that was on it. We got original emblems, original trims.
You are the expert. How did we do / how did Craig do?
Oh dude, I think you guys did a great job. And when it comes to that sort of call, it's all a judgment call. It's all based on taste.
And we brought it back to the modified version, potentially the best case of the modified version that it could be.
These guys did a great job of getting this bike put back together. It's no easy task to restore a Harley-Davidson, and it looks like they knocked it out of the park. So we decided to roll it back to the shop and see if this thing runs as good as it looks.
How long has it been, Sean?
Oh man, it's not ran at all in like 2 years, but it's not ran well in probably
80 years.
50
years.
Right, yeah. Because it was in a junkyard for 30 years. And then after the junkyard, it hung up in a Harley-Davidson dealership. It was hung up on the wall. And then we got it running for the first time on video.
All right, well, I promise it's gonna be faster than when you rode it home.
Yeah, it was kind of a dog. It was running on like with one cylinder.
You know, it sounds like Tim's got this thing pretty prepped between you and him. You really think it's a gas and oil type of deal?
It should be.
Okay.
It should be.
Okay, man.
We can check spark to make sure.
Let's do that.
But we test lighted it yesterday, and I had power going to the coil. I had power coming out of the coil, and we're gonna pop points cover.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see if we have any spark, right?
Yeah, give it a bump and get the points closed. Oh yeah, you're all set. So, put 2.5 of those in here.
Yeah. You got a funnel?
I got a funnel.
I will spill it all over.
Give it the glug glug, Sean. You got this.
I will spill it all over the bike.
We got the big funnel for you.
Yeah.
We got oil, and we got spark. We got fluid in the transmission. What else do we need? Just gas.
But we're dripping from somewhere.
Oh no. Oh no.
Restoring a bike is a ton of work. There are so many parts and pieces that have to come together perfectly to get the bike to run and ride like it was intended. It's not uncommon for a detail like this to be missed and put a halt to our progress.
Do we need to suck it out?
Yeah, we do.
Bad idea or not, we decided to keep the gas level below the leak and hope that it doesn't catch on fire. This wouldn't be the first time we ran with a leaky gas tank.
I didn't sabotage it, I promise. Let's bring it down. I think it's ready to crank.
Okay, Craig, what is your guess? What's your official guess?
After primers, I'm at 4.
I got it. How many kicks? 4 prime kicks, 2 to go.
And then you were at 3 and I was at 4.
Wait, who's kicking?
It matters?
Yeah.
Well, you kick.
Okay, 1 kick.
You, okay. I'm guessing 3 kicks.
When we restore bikes here at the museum, we obsess over all the small details to ensure a bike will fire and run like it's supposed to. I feel I did my best rebuilding this engine, but I'm still nervous.
Yeah, we got a little gas. Okay, now we got a couple prime kicks. 1 prime kick, 2 prime kicks, 3 prime kicks.
We're all primed up.
1 to go. Oh. So close. Oh. More prime kicks. Here we are. 1 to go.
Nice! Yeah!
That sounds so good.
Let's fire it up again, man.
Yeah, it does.
bike is running good. There was a few small problems, but it's really par for the course. A few heat cycles, tighten some nuts and bolts, and these guys are gonna be ready to race. Now I've got a decision to make.
I don't know which bike I'm gonna pick. Over here at the museum, we got maybe 30 or 35 WRs and WLDR racing bikes of the same era. The one I've been thinking about is the 1939 Hot Rod Daytona WLDR. So very similar bike to Sean's. Same big fin cylinders, same racing heads. This one though is ball bearing inside. So I rebuilt Sean's motor, awesome motor. This one was factory ball bearinged, slicker, less drag, ball bearing cases, ball bearing cams. Every trick that Harley could have put into an engine of this era is inside of this engine. So the pressure's on for me to actually live up to what this engine will do. So this bike hasn't left the exhibit in probably 4 or 5 years. Hadn't had this thing out forever. We fired it up the once. I'm sure the tires need air. I'm sure it needs a little grease, a little lubrication here and there, but all things considered, when you put them up right, they tend to come down pretty right.
Sean and I are both taking risks here. He's jumping on something that's freshly put together, and I'm grabbing a bike that's been sitting on our floor for 5 years. I need to address some concerns while he's brushing up on his riding.
Okay, so we're gonna crank Sean's bike up one more time so you guys can get a little bit of a sound comparison here. So 1939 to 40 something Harley WLDR. This is the Privateer hot rod setup. Okay, example number 2.
Now that my bike's back up and running and Sean's had some practice, it's time to lay out the terms of the race. So what do we got? We got first go around is gravel drags.
Gravel drag race.
Yeah, it's what do we got? It's 100, you think it's 150 yards? Short drag.
Yeah.
First, second gear.
First, second gear. It'll get a good hole shot. And then we'll go do a street race.
Okay.
We'll do it on the street. Let's do a drag race on the street from a dig.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a second or first gear roller.
Yeah, like a roll on.
We'll do a roll on.
I like that.
And then best 2 out of 3.
Best 2 out of 3?
Best 2 out of 3.
All right, man, let's do
and
it.
whoever wins, there's a pretty little something in the back of that trailer.
In that trailer?
In the back of that trailer.
You know what it is?
I know what it is.
So what? You know what it is. You know what? I don't know what it is, but if you know, you already know what your own prize is.
I know. And I'm pumped about it. I even paid for it. I'm pumped about it.
You paid for it. You're pumped, huh?
I'm not joking. I think you're gonna be really excited about it.
Okay.
I think you're gonna be really pumped.
I'm a little worried though because this thing's got a ton of power, but if I can't get traction, it's the first race that's in gravel. It's kind of like the beach races when we go to Trog. If you can't get traction, you're not going anywhere. And sometimes a bike with less power ends up winning the race. So if you ride it right, maybe you can overcome it, but we'll see. start us with the flag.
Let's do it again.
That was practice.
Let's run it again.
Right.
Gotta get the whole shot. I missed second.
You missed a shift.
I missed second.
Yeah, dude, you get that shift, it'll be closer.
Let's do it.
My bike's running perfect, and it sounds like Sean's bike's running perfect. If he nails that shift, this is gonna be a tight race. The shift.
You missed the shift.
Yeah. Now I missed the shift. I swear, man. Down to the wire. Pretty good.
That was weak out of the hole for me.
What's that?
I could have done better. There was 2 times where we were really close, and when I went to go shift, I almost guarantee it's me, but I get on the throttle, and it's not there, and then it jumps in.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that could be linkage.
That could be me, too. I gotta say, though, I think we're closer than you thought.
Yeah, we're closer than I thought, man.
I'm
That
gonna
thing
give it-
runs good, and you're riding it. You're riding it.
I'm gonna give that to you. That's you. That's you, man. But let's see how it does on the street.
Let's go to the road, man. As we're cruising to the next race spot, it's great to see Sean's bike running so well, and he's really getting a hang of the foot clutch. It's not an easy thing to jump on a brand new bike and ride it like he's doing. Now that we're putting these bikes on the pavement, it might be a whole new race. Yeah, this is where we'll do it, right here. So I think this is our drag strip. We got at least 1/8 of a mile, but it's, you know, a 1/4 mile of straightaway if we wanted to do it, but
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Let's shorten it up and give ourselves some stopping area before some old lady pulls out right in front of us while we're trying to stop it.
that's a good idea. This is definitely a closed race course. This is, here comes the golf cart.
Oh my gosh, we gotta fight this guy?
Oh, nope. Do we gotta fight this guy?
I'm ready. Let's line them up, fellas. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm shaking. That's how exciting this is.
I forgot how to ride.
All right. That was just a practice. Race number 1, I got him. I think he missed a shift or something like that.
right here, I think Matt beat him by a valve stem. It wasn't by much, it was that close. He had a little trouble shifting. I think he's having a little hard time getting it in the second there.
I look over and see Sean kicking his bike, and he can't get it started. I managed to get the bike fired up, but I can tell something is not right.
Something's dragging, something's binding that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's dragging, dudes. I'd call it quits, though. I wouldn't.
Yeah, we don't want to keep on racing.
You don't want to keep on it, you know.
That thing locks up or does something
Yeah, you don't want to.
stupid.
Because
we
when
don't-
you're doing that, now you're putting extra drag on the motor.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you won both challenges. I think I gave you a run for your money, though.
Darn right did, dude. That was a good race, man.
Well, I guess the next question is, what's in that trailer?
What's in the trailer?
What's in the
dude?
trailer,
What's in
man?
the trailer? Show me. It's not another engine to rebuild, is it?
Yo, who told him?
It sounds
All right,
like it's got two wheels.
here it is.
No! No, you didn't.
I heard you tell me one time, you're like, I've been trying to get one of these bikes. I thought you would like that, man.
Dude,
This one runs too. It runs really well. I mean, we haven't ran it in like a year, but
no
when it ran really good.
doubt. Are you serious, man? When I turned around and saw that BW200, I couldn't believe it. It brought back so many great memories of riding dirt bikes around as a kid with my dad. I can't believe Sean actually remembered that story.
Oh man. He's look at he's shredding it up there. Let's see what's up with the old WLDR.
So much went into the restoration of this bike, and my reputation is on the line. All I can think is, don't let it be the engine.
Oh yeah.
The reveal. Oh,
What was that? Well, that's not good.
where'd that come from?
Key.
That's a key. Where'd that come from? It jumped.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
I've never seen that.
Look, it's not on the teeth. What? That's why it's tight.
Wow, so what happened, I think, is that your primary chain was loose enough that you wound it up so much and it jumped the teeth, dude. That's crazy. That being said, I don't think there's probably any damage done. And you might have given that BW away too soon.
Wow. Ooh.
When we loosen this, your transmission will set back into place. Watch this.
Wow.
Yeah, look, dude, it pulled your transmission forward a half an inch.
Oh man, that ain't gonna do the thing. Look at that.
See? Limp.
So that's why you were shifting before me,
That's why I was shifting before you. That's right.
and I was still able to keep up.
Kinda.
Kinda.
As we get the bike put back together, I'm confident Sean's gonna be able to crank it up and ride off into the sunset. What I didn't tell Sean is that my bike might have had a few extra cubic inches. Back in the day, they actually called these things cheater motors. So if we're actually gonna have a fair race, I've really gotta pick another bike, which leads to the question, Sean, you ready for a rematch?